2018 is over. It's a new year. Yay.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Special day, special episode. I missed your special faces. We do this every single year, annual thing. That's what that means. Every single year, we give you our list of the worst things that have happened in tech. We are equal opportunity shit givers, and if your company did a shitty thing, we will shit on you. What? Now, as always, a quick disclaimer, because disclaimers are fun. This is our list based off of our opinion. Opinion is the word there. So if you don't agree with this, or there's something on the list where you're like, hey, well, that doesn't belong there. Who cares? Who cares? Fuck you. Make your own list. This is our list. The worst in tech of 2018. Coming in at hot number 10, we got AirPower. I mean, well, we don't have it. That's the problem. Apple's AirPower, a 2018 product announced in 2017 that in 2019 we still won't have. Apple's beautiful, magical, wireless Qi charger that is the same as every other Qi charger, but it's three. You can charge three things, and Tim Cook put his hands on it or something, so it's special. With multiple different issues for this product, the main thing being a problem with it overheating. I mean, it even had like a very dumbed down, watered down version of iOS on it to try to like mitigate and manage heat stuff, but it didn't work. Apparently, like they were like, oh, we're confident in this, we'll start testing it. Here, just Apple employees, just put this on your desk and use it. And then everyone was like, whoa, this needs to get hot. Is it broken? Yeah, I think it's broken. And it was such a problem that it basically forced Apple to go back to the drawing board. Like the engineers did, this design, this concept just wasn't gonna work. So we've had no mention of AirPower since they announced it. We haven't seen anything about it. In fact, they basically like canned it from their website. It's just vanishing all over. They want you to forget that AirPower was ever a thing. And honestly, that's probably for the best. Apple, no one needs this with all the other Qi charging alternatives that we have. The companies that are doing it a lot better than you. This is not an area that you need to come into unless you can actually provide something of value. Maybe it was like a slight sort of value. Maybe I would have thought about getting it when you announced it in 2017. But now, like, that market has progressed while you're still, like, back there somewhere. I don't even know where you're at. It's like everyone else is playing the game, and you're just on the field somewhere picking your fucking nose. AirPower is number 10, because it sucked. And I never even saw it, and it sucked. Number 9 is from Microsoft, and it's Windows 10. Oh, fuck. We should have put Windows 10 at number 10, because 10... Number 9 is the October 2018 update. Windows 10, bunch of issues. There's a bunch of different issues. Now, the main issue that we want to point out here is, well, people updated to the October update. October update, and it deleted their stuff. Files just poof, gone. Just sorry. Hey, at least you got the new OS, huh? That's cool. Hope you didn't need any of that stuff that we just deleted. You know, just like priceless family memories that you'll never be able to get back, or those business documents that are just gone now, so fuck you. The whole update was just bad. Like, there was so many different issues. In fact, it got so bad that Microsoft pulled it completely. They were just like, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. If you want to learn more about this, I highly recommend videos from ePostVox. I'll link them down in the description below. Adam is a great friend of ours, but also those videos were fucking good. And listen, let's be honest. If you're not subscribed to ePostVox yet, like, why? What are you doing? Yeah, well, okay, for real though. Microsoft, you see, I had a notepad document that had like really important passwords on them, on the document thing. One of the passwords was my password to Pornhub Premium. I downloaded your update and that notepad text file deleted. So I haven't been able to like get into the websites that I visit. If you could find a way to get that back to me, that would be cool. Or I don't know, just like reimburse me for the money I've spent on certain websites, premium accounts on certain websites that I haven't been able to log into. Number 8 is the Lenovo Z5. What a motherfucking tragedy, awful, atrocious thing that happened. If you don't recall, the Lenovo Z5 was the future. Bezel-less, beautiful, wonderful. I mean, look at this thing. Now, keep in mind that these were renders straight from Lenovo, not like concept images from some fucking 14-year-old YouTuber in front of his webcam somewhere in the basement. No, this was from Lenovo. This was advertising. This was hype. They were like, oh, look what we're gonna give you. Oh my God, look at it. It's gonna be amazing. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is not what we got. Nope, this is what we got. This piece of... This was not even close to what they said we were getting. And no one they didn't care that they did that to us. They were just like, yeah, okay, so what? If you don't remember, this caused me to have a complete and total mental breakdown on this show. I mean, I've had multiple mental breakdowns on the show this year, but this caused one of them. So yeah, I know I said that I just wouldn't give them the platform. I would not mention Lenovo ever again in this show, but I made an exception today because they're on the shit list. Lenovo, you bunch of fucking shit. Coming in at number 7, Apple's back. We got the HomePod here. The HomePod. What a joke. First of all, as a speaker, it's great. It sounds good. It sounds really good. Problem wasn't just a speaker. In a market that is highly competitive, a market of smart speakers with smart assistant, virtual assistants that are preloaded on these speakers that are way better than Siri, this smart speaker HomePod thing was actually just dumb. Just a dumb speaker. Just actually the dumbest one, really. It's like all the other ones graduated with highly sophisticated Harvard graduating adults, functioning humans. And Apple's HomePod shipped with just a child, basically. They just put a child. It's like they just walked into a factory, a factory with a bunch of little kids that they force the little kids to make iPhones with their shitty little kid fingers, because child labor and stuff. Yeah, they just took one of those kids and put him in the HomePod and said, yeah, hey, tell people what the weather is. Anyway, it's too expensive, it's too terrible, and that's why it's number... What number did we put it? Number 7? Yeah, number 7. This has been a very offensive episode so far, I feel like. Whatever. The HomePod, all right? That was offensive. The HomePod offended me, all right? Outrage culture is here, all right? And it's me. The HomePod was bad. Number 6, the LG W7 watch thing. This was a $450 hybrid Wear OS smartwatch, and it was, you know what? Hang on. No, I'm not. No, doesn't deserve that. It doesn't even deserve an explanation. Here, this was it. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this monster. That's why it's on the list. All right, I don't need to tell you why. Just look at it. Like, if that was my kid, I wouldn't even be proud of it. Like, I'd send it off to kindergarten, but I'd drop it off like a block before the school so no kids knew that I was its dad. You know what I mean? You know, it's just, okay. All right, so we're right at number 5, which means we're halfway through the episode? I don't know, I'm not the editor. We're halfway through the numbers, and that's good enough for me, so money time. We're gonna put a mid-roll ad here, you watch the ad, we make money. That's how that works. Thank you for money. And thank you. Some of you saw an ad, some of you didn't. Okay. Number 5 is the Red Hydrogen 1. Oh, Jesus, this is bad. This was such a mess of a thing that happened. Like, it's just badness. It's like if cancer and world hunger and poverty was rolled up into a convenient little smartphone package. It's this. It's all that. This right here. It's too expensive. It took too long to debut. And it kind of just misses the mark on a lot of the basics. But hey, it looks pretty. Just kidding. No, it's not though. It's not pretty, and it doesn't even have a great personality. So no, I'm not gonna take you to prom. So I guess we just wait now. We just be patient and await the upcoming Red Hydrogen 2. They try again. Just back to the drawing board. Try again. Red Hydrogen 2. But I'll be honest, I am just excited about that as I am about AirPower. I think they should both not ship. Is what I'm saying. Number 4 is Article 13. This is just bad all around. At this point, I hope that you know what Article 13 is, If you don't, I guess I'll tell you briefly. So, in the EU, they wanted to, update copyright law for the new modern internet era. Because we're not surrounded by just radios and televisions anymore. Nope, we got updated because the internet is here. So, they tried to, tweak old copyright law, make it modern copyright law, and make it all beautiful and wonderful for everybody. And within all of that new updated beautiful copyright law is Article 13. And there's two specific parts of Article 13 that make this very scary for everyone. Number one, there isn't any fair use here. You just kind of have to not use any content that's not your own. No excuse. No music, no video clips, nothing. It has to be, you have to own all of the content. And if that wasn't bad enough, the other part of this, probably the worst part about this, is that the social media platforms themselves become liable for what you do. So let's use YouTube for an example. You upload a video, it has copyrighted content. The content ID matching tool will identify that content and just give you a strike on your channel. Be like, hey, you can't do that. So that's on you. That is your fault. But in this case, because of Article 13, it would actually cause YouTube to be at fault. So YouTube could be responsible for your wrongdoings, for your actions. And this goes for all social media companies like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them, Instagram, all the things. So for example, that puts YouTube in a really tough position. That puts them in a position where they have to protect their business, and the option for just blocking content period for the EU becomes a better option than suffering any of the consequences and allowing you to possibly upload something you shouldn't have. So instead of taking any chances, they would just be like, no, you cannot upload. No, sorry. And the issue with big companies is they don't like to have different policies and different guidelines just for specific parts of the world, especially if they are an international company, worldwide company. Companies usually take the strictest laws from an area and just sort of blanket their entire guidelines, their entire rules for the rest of the world in that. It's convenient, it's easier, it's just what works and allows things to not get too complicated managing different rules for different areas of the world. So that puts the rest of us in jeopardy as well. Listen, this is really, really bad. I don't know if you are taking this super seriously, but it is a very, very big deal. If you have no idea what it is, you aren't completely caught up to what's happening, we're gonna leave links down in the description below. Make sure to learn about it, make sure to figure your shit out, and try to stop it. Number 3 is the Pixel Slate. What? This is just, it's so bad. You would expect something like this from just a shitty company making shitty stuff, shipping it on Amazon, hey, $30, woo, there you go. But no, this is Google. It seems that a lot of the bad things that happened from Google this year are related to expectations because it is Google. They should be better. We should expect better, but they don't care. They do not care enough. They're putting in minimal effort. And this is a prime example. The Pixel Slate, it looks good, all right? It looks fine. Okay, cool. But the actual experience of this device is the worst. The software experience itself is clunky. It's bad. The whole device is pretty clunky. But the software experience is just god awful. This would be maddening. I would want to kill nothing family-friendly content. Okay, look at this video from MKBHD. Marquez, we love you. Little bit of Mark Ass Brownlee. His video review of the Pixel Slate is all you need to know. Just this part right here.
Welcome to Lag City. Population, Pixel Slate.
Could you live with that? No. The answer is no, you couldn't. And if you think you could, you're lying. You're a monster. Listen, again, expectations. That's the main issue here. We expect better from Google. Do you know how much money they have? This should be their thing. They should set an example for the rest of the market running their software, but they missed the mark. Google, can you just pretend? Can you pretend to care? That'd be fantastic. Speaking of not caring, expectations, and not meeting them, number 2. Let's talk about number 2. Number 2 is a twofer. The Google Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL. You saw this coming. Now, I do want to start off by saying this was the most fun we've ever had covering anything on this show throughout the years, but that does not make this any less terrible. The expectations were so high for this stuff. And on top of that, Google had some funky, backwards, confusing marketing. leading up to this. First, it all leaked, like just thousands of devices just on the black market. Wow, Jesus. For months and months, we had seen these devices before we ever got to the actual event, before Google announced or showed us anything. We had seen the devices, we had video reviews, high quality video reviews, reviews on blogs, like it was just a mess. Which then, of course, led us to question what was actually happening. We didn't say this is what was happening. I just brought up the possibility of a conspiracy theory, put on our tinfoil hats, and put out an episode saying, hey, yeah, all this, but what if? And that caused a ruckus. That started a crazy storm of Pixel conspiracy theories. The Pixel Ultra was alive and well again, and I was the guy making it a thing. I'm the crazy conspiracy guy. John Prosser definitely said there's a Pixel Ultra. He definitely said that. That then caused a ton of media coverage of us. Just like hundreds of articles about me, about this story. It was a mess. That also caused a few mental breakdowns of mine on this show. And then to top it all off, towards the actual event, Google started leaning into this theory, teasing us, making it seem like they definitely had something up their sleeve. But inevitably, when we got to the event, it was the same old shit. Google didn't care, and it's just bad. And I wish I could say that was the end. After they announced the products, which by the way, looked pretty bad, the Pixel 3 XL looks awful. Once it actually started shipping and people got these devices in their hands, once again, we had a year riddled with bugs. Software issues, double notches, like the speakers sucked, the thing was scratching, it was all bad. It was all bad. Again, want to remind you, this is Google we're talking about. This is a flagship product. This should be the prime example of what Android should run on. This should be Google's baby, but instead they didn't give a f**k, and we got a product that didn't give a f**k. And now, Google, congratulations, because we are all out of f**ks to give. So next year, you gotta battle, my friends. You gotta try to convince us to care again, and that's gonna be very, very hard. All your marketing things, your little tricks, your little marketing videos, you're like, ooh, what do we got to show you? No, bitch, you got the same shit that you had last year and the year before. You ain't got nothing. You are full of it. You're full of shit, and we ain't falling for it next year, maybe. I don't know, probably will. I'll probably make a lot of videos on it, but that doesn't mean that I believe you. I'm disappointed in you. Nobody cares about you or what you make. All right? Let's go. Let's all just go to Samsung. Oh, wait. That's all where we were anyway. And now, before we get to number one, numero uno on this list, it's time for an honorable mention.
Honorable mention, because the list was too long, but he wanted it in the show anyway.
We still can't edit tweets, and I hate myself.
Honorable mention, because the list was too long, but he wanted it in the show anyway.
And number one on this list, the absolute worst in tech of 2018, goes to Facebook. That's it. Just Facebook. I don't think we need to explain this one. You know why it's number one. I think it's time, kids. I think it's time to delete it. I think it's time to let it go. Get rid of it. Remove it from your life. It's like that one family member that sucks. They're just terrible, and you dread being around them every single motherfucking holiday, coming around, making your life suck. Now you're old enough. Now you're old enough to be just like, listen, Aunt Joe, I just fucking hate you, and I don't want you in my life, so I'm just gonna not. All right? Delete Facebook is what I'm trying to say. Now, wait, before we go, it has been a great year, and we want to do one more thing for another special somebody. This year, we've used our platform a lot, this show, to help other creators, to help elevate creators that deserved it. Not even me, like, I don't deserve any of the credit. I just stand here on this show in front of a green screen and make noises. It's you, the community, you guys have helped a lot of creators that really, really deserve it. So today, let's do it again. My absolute favorite discovery of 2018 is Rene Ritchie. He is one of the smartest motherfuckers I have ever seen on this platform. This man deserves your attention. So if you don't know who he is, we are fixing that right now. Rene Ritchie is like one of the people that I respect the most in this industry. Not just on YouTube, but in this industry, period. Right now, he's at, I don't know where he's at right now. Hang on. Right now, he's at 74,000 subscribers. Let's get him to 75 in the next couple hours. You know what? No. We need more than that. He needs more than that. Get him as many as possible. FPT community, where's the cult? Unite. Call. Sound the alarms. This is not a drill.
Wait. Everybody calm down.
Now's the time to act. Now's the time to speak up. Click the link in the description right now. Go to Renee's channel and subscribe. Let your voice be heard, and you will thank me for it. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. Guys, girls, thank you. Thank you for a great year. You are the best community we could ever ask for. We will see you next year. Get it?